So I have this empty project now, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to add game object, create empty game object, and this one I'll make it as script basic or something. Okay, it's an arbitrary name, so you can choose whatever name you want. And here I'm going to create new script, maybe script basic. Usually it's not the best way because now I'm actually using the same name, same script name to my game object name. So it's not really recommended. Well, computer these days or Unity system can definitely recognize their difference. So it wouldn't be that big a deal, but sometimes you might get confused. So I'll actually change the name to something different than this. So I'm going to have script example or something. All right, and create an add. Now, as you can see, I just created this script file under asset. This one is attached to my game object. So by double clicking this one or this one, you can open it in Visual Studio. So double click, this is what I have. And what I want to do is I want to look at the difference between start and update. If you go to Unity manual, you can easily find it. So this one, creating and using script, and here, if you go through here, it actually has the basics about update and start function. Basically, start function is okay. The start function will be called by Unity before gameplay begins, okay? And is an ideal place to do any initialization. So it gets called only once before your gameplay begins. And update, it actually gets called in every single frame while your gameplay is on. Okay, so let me actually show you what this really is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to here put debug.log game is on. Okay, and of course I have to put semicolon at the end to indicate this is end of the line. Okay, and save. And now I'm going to play this. And as we expected, now I have this game is on. And this one is kind of preview of my console window. So I'm going to go to console, and it said game is on. This happened in this time, and use it Unity engine debug.log function. Okay? That's what it means. So again, I can clear this and play, and I'll get this game is on. Okay? So what really happened was, before this gameplay began, it actually executed this line because this was placed inside of this start function. Okay? Now I'm going to cut it and paste it here. Okay? So here it said update is called once per frame. Okay? So let's see what that really means. Okay? And now I'm going to play. So game is on. It looks, it appears that it basically does the same thing. Okay, when I put my debug.log in start function. But if you actually go to console window, as you can see, it actually keeps printing out. Okay, this game is on. Okay, now it looks like it kind of stopped, but actually you can scroll down, and then it basically execute this debug.log every single frame. Okay? So it will just keep going on and on. Okay? So that's main difference between start and update function. So you might wonder when you use start and when you use update function. I mean, you will encounter this a lot later, but start function, you put something you want to do only once. So if you need to initialize something in the beginning of your game, you want to put something in start function. An update function, if you want to do that thing like a constantly in the game while your player or your user play your game. So for instance, if you want to take some user input during the gameplay, then you put that in update function. For instance, if you want to have some keyboard control for your game, if you put that keyboard control in start, it's not going to work because that gets called only once before your gameplay begins. Okay? But if you put it in update, it gets executed every single frame. So it's basically standby and listening your any keyboard input while gameplay is on. So you put that in update function. Okay, that's it.